Los Angeles, a sellout crowd at the Staples Center for our marquee matchup of the day. Two of the NBA's best teams with some of the league's brightest stars coming up next in LA. It's our NBA Christmas special, presented by Theraflu. One of the most anticipated games of this NBA season, featuring Kobe Bryant and the two-time defending champion Los Angeles Lakers going up against a team that have hopes of winning multiple titles. They've got a long ways to go, but they're starting to play well as LeBron James, Dwyane Wade, and the Miami Heat have their first visit of the season to the Staples Center. And good afternoon, everyone. Along with Mark Jackson and Jeff Van Gundy, Mike Breen on hand, Lisa Salters with us as well. And from all of us to all of you, a very Merry Christmas and a terrific Christmas present for the NBA fan with this matchup that's so great for the fans. Jeff, let's start with the Miami Heat. They have visions of winning a title. Rough start, but they're starting to turn it around. Are they on track for a possible run at the title?
Oh, they sure are. They've won 13 of their last 14 games. Only a 2-point loss to Dallas in that mix. They're playing great half-court defense, and their three stars are playing very well. Over the last 14 games, James and Wade are both shooting over 50%, and Bosh has been consistent the entire year. The key for them against the Lakers, can Bosh hold up inside against the great length of the Lakers?
The Lakers off to a good start as well. Not a great start, Mark. The key for them is staying motivated. Although one player on this team, that's not a problem at all. Kobe Bryant, in his 15th year, still as motivated as ever.
Well, absolutely. You talk about being motivated and also being consistent, and those are the things that you can trust with Kobe Bryant. Continuing to be stellar, sharing the basketball, rebounding, leading this basketball team. I think the difference is, and the key to playing against the Heat, Pau Gasol. Lamar Odom playing like an all-star, but Gasol switching to the power forward position creates problems. He must take advantage of the matchups at the power forward position.
Let's take a look at our starting lineups. Brought to you by Taco Bell. The customary toss in the air from LeBron James gets a resounding boo from the crowd. And for the Miami Heat, Carlos Arroyo, the starting point guard, Zydrunas Ilgauskas, the starting center, rounding out with the big three for head coach Erik Spoelstra. And for the Lakers, one of only two teams to start in the same five every game. The Spurs, the other. The veterans, they've been there, they know what they need to do, and they'll no doubt be fired up here for this afternoon's game. As for the first time today, we welcome in Lisa Salters. Hey, Lisa.
Hey, Mike. Merry Christmas to everyone. Dwyane Wade obviously is playing today, but he was telling us earlier that there is still some soreness in his left knee. Remember earlier this week he banged knees with one of the Mavericks and didn't play on Thursday against the Suns in Phoenix. Yesterday at practice he was telling me that he did practice, but there was still some swelling there. Today he said the swelling went down a little bit. So as far as what he can and cannot do, he says he doesn't think mobility is going to be a factor, but he said early on he's definitely going to concentrate on warming up that knee because he wants to make sure that it's loose. Mike?
Well, he certainly wants to play, Lisa. And again, for the fans, this has been such an exciting game, so anticipated with these two teams. Sometimes the players try and downplay it a little bit because it really is just one of 82. But Mark, you know that they're fired up to play this game on Christmas Day.
Well, no question about it. You can understand when guys try to downplay it, but the truth is the truth. As they set up a design play off of the tap, Bryant to Lamar Odom on the backdoor cut. Outstanding execution. But the truth is, everybody knows this is a huge basketball game, and this is what the players live for.
Not a bad way to start. 9 seconds into it for the first bucket. Now we have a foul away from the ball. One of the fun matchups will be Ron Artest guarding LeBron James. Artest picks up his first. As we remind you, Spanish language version of today's game presented by ESPN Deportes. Use the SAP button on your television. Artest, one of the premier defenders over the past decade in the league, as Bosh misses, trying to guard LeBron James. Wade on the pull-up. And And again, Wade, after his slow start, a lot of it had to do with injuries, really in the month of December has been superb.
Well, he shot over 54% from the floor in the last 14 games. So now he and James are playing well at the same time as he knocks it away from Bryant.
Well, that's the other fun matchup to watch, as Wade will begin the game on Kobe Bryant. As Lisa mentioned, with that knee, they'll see how it goes. He had a host of injuries in preseason. Dwyane Wade hurt his hamstring and only played 3 minutes of the preseason. He had a wrist injury, been banged up a bit, but still, as Jeff mentioned, a great December. Odom shot won't go. Artest the rebound. Bryant calling for it. Bryant third in the NBA in scoring so far this year. Artest off the dribble.
You know, we've watched in the past where Kobe Bryant can take off on the defensive end because of it be one guy. That's the problem that the Heat creates. You have to defend the perimeter with Wade and LeBron.
Bryant, nice the finish. We talk about good starts to the season. Lamar Odom has been excellent so far this year.
Well, Coach, I'm sure you would agree. Lamar Odom has got to be an all-star game. The way he's played the first part of this season, he's the second best player on the Lakers, and he deserves to be an all-star.
I mean, he's been terrific. I don't know I think he's the third best player, but I think Phil Jackson has a very interesting decision. Does he put Odom back on the bench and start buying him at some point, or does he stay like he is right now because Odom has earned it?
Gasol gets it back. Fisher wide open. Oh, this crowd fired up early, anticipating that three going down.
And I just want to piggyback on what you said. He definitely, Pau Gasol is the second best player, but Lamar Odom, the season that he's having, if the Lakers get a second guy, he should be the #2 guy. I believe they should get 3 guys.
I do too.
Odom, ironically, has never been an all-star, despite being one of the most versatile players in the league for years. Ilgauskas misses, and James can't get it. A loose ball foul is going to go against the Lakers. If it's against Artest, that's his second. Yep, 2 on Ron Artest. And part of the new depth coming in.
This is how you get it done. Play off of the stars. The double team comes halfway. As soon as Bosh turns his head, Lamar Odom runs off of the shoulder. Easy offense, high percentage play, good unselfishness by Bryant.
Ron Artest not happy. He was really looking forward to this game. 2 quick, chippy type of fouls, and he has to go to the bench. Matt Barnes is in.
And I really think Artest has to start playing better. You know, he's not played well at all this year, and for them to win it again, he's going to have to pick up his level of production.
I think the advantage of having Matt Barnes, though, takes pressure off of Ron Artest having to be spectacular. Now you can go with Barnes, and you really don't miss anything, and at times you even get better.
James gets a running start off the rebound, barrels into Fisher. Fisher thought he was there, but Derek Richardson and Fisher says no. He turns and tells a fan to sit down who was in his face along the sideline, and it's a blocking foul on Fisher.
You know what I love about this place right now? This is more energy than they've had in the finals. So it tells you just the amount of respect they have for Wade, for LeBron, and for this Miami Heat basketball team.
Oh, it is a hot ticket as Bosh gets inside. A lot of big money going for some of the courtside seats.
See, and I like when Bosh uses his quickness and drives the ball instead of starting the game off as he did with 2 jump shots. He's very difficult to handle off the dribble.
Bosh, in many ways, has been the most consistent player as Ilgauskas gets the rebound. Heat looking to push. Bryant knocks it away. Bosh gets it back. Bryant guarding Dwyane Wade at the other end. Lost his dribble, picked up by Fisher. And then Fisher dribbled it off the foot of Arroyo, so it's still Laker ball. Derek Fisher out on the court again. His 443rd consecutive game. Now the current leader in the NBA. Talking about durability, he's incredible.
And I heard Trent Dilfer say this on a football show. Your greatest ability sometimes is your availability. And Derek Fisher is always available.
Foul on the pass. Fisher's been available since April 2005. And now at age 36 in his 15th year.
This guy is quoting Trent Dilfer.
He deserves to be quoted. He's a Super Bowl winning quarterback. Trent Dilfer deserves to be quoted. That's a great quote, though. I mean, how great can you be if you're not there? You were always there. You showed up to play.
Trent Dilfer is somewhere right now on his couch, and he just dropped one of his gifts.
Meanwhile, you see some of the sneakers the players are wearing a little different, little Christmas present. There's Kobe Bryant wearing his brand new color.
We should really have a poll. Ugliest sneaker of all 5 games today.
They handed them out to those on courtside. I guess it's a nice way of thanking them for all the money they put in for the courtside seats.
If you have game like these guys, wear what you want, and I'm fine with it. Believe it or not, there's a lot of kids around this country that's going to be wearing those shoes.
Let's hope not.
Shot clock down to 6. Arroyo finds Bosh. Extra pass to Wade. Wade falling away. Nice banker in and out. And the Lakers couldn't handle a rebound. Miami with a new 24. Kobe's not the only one, though, with new shoes. LeBron James has a new one. Kevin Durant has another new one. Whatever happened to just white?
I like those, though.
Oh, now you
Those
like
you
them.
like?
No, some, I said some I don't like. I like those, although yellow's not my color, really.
Ilgauskas with the jumper. Ilgauskas off. He's actually been shooting the ball well this year and has done a nice, solid job since being inserted into the starting lineup. But he's missed his first 2 here today.
How about Nike giving us a pay after the game? You think they'll make me quicker?
No, but they couldn't make you slower.
Gasol misses. We're not going to get anything the way he's trashed them so far.
I didn't trash anybody. I just said some. I didn't identify which ones I didn't really care for.
Foul on the pass. Kobe Bryant picks up his first. Crowd not happy with the call. They booed, of course, LeBron James, his customary boo when he gets introduced in the starting lineups.
And what you love to see, great players battle against each other. LeBron James with the flop, but getting the call, and Bryant upset. But you love to see those guys matched up against one another.
Barnes on James. Again, Barnes a big part of good new Laker depth this year. Steve Blake another. LeBron James steps back, won't go. Rebound Fisher.
That's very good Laker team defense and individual defense by Matt Barnes.
Miami just 2 of 10 from the field. Gasol to a cutting Barnes. Can't get it to go. And Wade picks up the loose ball. Bryant trying to swat it away from behind. Wade kicks it out to Bosh. Throws it down and a foul. Chris Bosh emphatically with the dunk and a chance for a 3-point play.
Well, very good penetration by Wade. Incredible provision type pass. He goes up in the air and he just bounces it to the cutting Chris Bosh. How did he see that? He made something out of nothing.
Did you just say provision?
Yeah, he had provision.
What is provision?
Well, that's like professional vision, whether it's in basketball or education. Oh, you know what? You're right. That's a school I'm working with in Houston, Provision. This guy, Roy and L. Young, we don't have time for it. Education Superior.
What's it called?
Provision.
we don't
Like that pass.
We don't have time for it. Bryant misses. Bosh the rebound. Arroyo pushing. The Miami Heat, they've won 8 straight on the road. 10-5 overall on the road. As James knocks down the 3, and they've got a 2-point lead.
But if you just look at how they're passing the ball now as compared to their first month of the season, it is so much more fluid, so little hesitation, passing the ball right on target.
Phil Jackson was saying that before the game, says they're moving. They were standing around offensively early in the year. As Gasol's shot rattles in and out. Now halfway down, Barnes battling on the putback. When you look at Miami again, they start the season 9-8. It included a 3-game losing streak. They lost 4 of 5, and it was Armageddon down in Miami, and many people delighting in their struggles. But they have really righted the ship. Bosh puts it in, and the main reason really has been their defense.
It has been. I mean, they're the best right now half-court defensive team in the NBA. Wade and James anchor with such great quickness, and then it gets them in transition, just like here.
Wade misses the dunk. Eric Spoelstra wanted to push Kobe Bryant. The fake, left-handed. I don't know if that was a pass. Now Gasol yelling at Monty McCutcheon. There's been a lot of contact at both ends. Nobody's happy right now.
Right about not being happy in transition. You don't see this too often. LeBron to Wade, and he misses the wide open dunk. Not going to school. He needs provision.
They're on this Saturday afternoon, first quarter. The Heat leading the Lakers by 2. They're lined up along Celebrity Row wearing Kobe sneakers. George Lopez, Larry David, a huge basketball fan. Dustin Hoffman, a regular at Staples Center. So is Sly lately. He's been here quite a bit, especially the big games. And Kanye West as well, part of the sellout crowd. A star-studded crowd here this afternoon. And a good physical start to begin this one. Kobe Bryant, though, 0 for 3 to start, and his team down by 2. And for the Lakers, Jeff, you know, Phil Jackson has talked about this a lot. They've played so many big games, 3 straight finals. You know, to get motivated night after night sometimes is the biggest challenge for this team.
Well, without question, they've been a little bit sporadic. They played actually a very easy schedule. Haven't played particularly well for a little bit of time. But at the end of the day, if Bynum gets back healthy and Artest starts producing more, they're going to be a tough team to beat in the playoffs.
Bosh. Oh, Bosh. It was deflected out of his hands and went in. Good fighting to get the offensive rebound.
You know, and spending time with the Lakers yesterday at their practice facility, you got the sense that they really were looking forward to this ball game. This is a team that's ready to make a statement, but so far it's been about Heat making a statement.
Bosh, another rebound. Bosh off to an excellent start.
And really, the size of Ilgauskas has had an impact, as they called Matt Barnes for a kick. The size of Ilgauskas around the rim has had an impact on the Lakers' shots in the paint.
Meanwhile, I understand the kick rule. I hate that particular one, though. It just was a bad pass, and it deflected off Barnes' foot.
Yeah, you should really have to lift your foot off the ground.
Andrew Bynum set to check in for the Lakers. Shot clock down to 4. James sees that, fires up to 3, and nails it. And the Heat go up by 7. A 13-2 run, and the crowd a little quiet. Lakers coming off maybe their worst performance of the season. They haven't played since Tuesday. They lost at home by 19 to the Bucks. Ball knocked out of bounds. Kobe Bryant was furious in that game. He got ejected in the fourth quarter. He hasn't spoken to the media since. In terms of practicing after games, Phil Jackson was not happy, called it unacceptable. So they know, although this is such a huge game for the fans and a marquee matchup, that they just want to start playing a little bit better.
I think this is a very interesting lineup because now all of a sudden other guys have to defend Pau Gasol. He slides to the power forward position and makes it tough.
Gasol has had 3 go in and out. And he's 0 for 6 from the field. James Jones, good 3-point shooter. Way off the mark that time, and Bryant the rebound. Been some brutal shooting here in the opening period. Bryant to Fisher for 3. Eric Dampier has come in for Miami. Recent signee to help them with some size. Juwan Howard also in for the Heat. And a moving screen called on Dampier. First foul on Dampier, and we'll have a timeout.
Good recognition of the shot clock. It's winding down. He sees it with 3. Barnes gives him airspace. LeBron James rises up and knocks it down.
This NBA Christmas special on ABC, presented by the makers of Theraflu, Serious Power, Mitsubishi. Experience the all-new Outlander Sport at your Mitsubishi dealer. Taco Bell, think outside the bun. And the new movie Just Go With It, starring Adam Sandler and Jennifer Aniston. In theaters February 11th, not yet rated.
Here, Fuel Max tires help you get there on less gas. Welcome back to Los Angeles, Staples Center. And the Lakers and the Heat battling right now. Miami up by 7. Miami with their big 3. Seems there's a new big 3 every other year, but There have been some great ones over the years, so we figured let's ask you guys, who's your top big threes? Mark?
I'm going with #1, the greatest point guard that's ever lived, and one of the greatest players, if not the greatest center that's ever lived, along with a top 50 in Magic, Kareem, and Worthy. Kobe and Shaq, two dominant players. It doesn't matter who you fill in at #3, and then Jordan, Pippen, Rodman, and Bird, McHale, and Parrish.
Hard decisions, but Jordan and Pippen, with, like Mark would say, with anybody. I love Magic, Kareem, and Worthy, and old school, Wilt, Baylor, West.
See Steve Blake in the game with Shannon Brown, Bynum, Gasol, and Matt Barnes. Again, Lakers have good depth. And with Bynum coming back, if they can keep him on the floor healthy, he could really make all the difference. Offensive foul as Brown charges into James Jones, who leads the team in charges drawn. That's his 19th of the year. That's a good number.
Well, really, he anchors when he's on the floor. He's not a great individual defender, but this league's more about team defense and recognition of help. Tremendous help on the baseline penetration.
When you talk about team, I got to go back because I'm a student of the game. Wilt, Bell, and West never won a title.
Okay, they went up against the Celtics.
You have them as the best trio ever?
No, I had them as fourth, but I'll say this. They got there, they knocked on the door, they just weren't as good as the Celtic teams. You know, everything, this obsession with, oh, you can't be as great if you haven't won a title. You tell me LeBron James isn't one of the all-time great players?
I don't agree with that.
Thank you.
I agree with Dwyane Wade when he told you last couple of weeks ago, do your homework.
When I told Dwyane, I'll do my homework if he does his.
So misses James with the rebound. Shannon Brown on James now. James to the basket, deflected out of bounds by Barnes.
But you make a great point. If you got a great trio, you got to win a title. Now, you're talking about a singular guy in Wade or a singular guy in LeBron, but if you have a great trio, you have to win a title at some point.
Well, this new trio with Miami, they've talked about that. Not just winning a title, they've talked about winning multiple titles. And I think that's in some ways as Dwyane Howard. This is a shot. Well, they get booed around because before winning one, talking about winning multiple ones, that turns some people off as the ball's knocked out of bounds. Let's listen to a Phil Jackson huddle.
Now get your defense back. They're running out on us. They're putting pressure on our defense by getting down. Get your defense back and rebound.
And that's where Miami's at its best. If you get Wade or James in an advantage situation, they're impossible to deal with. But I'll tell you one thing, forget the offense. This has been about great defense by the Miami Heat and really by the Lakers too. Their defense has been good, but Miami's defense has been even better.
Jones can't hit that one. That's been the underrated part of the Lakers' 3 straight finals appearances because they can be such a good defensive team. Lakers have missed 10 straight shots. They're 4 for 22 from the field. Bynum gets it to go. Crowd a little extra pump when Bynum gets it going. It's only his 6th game back after his knee surgery in July. He's had some okay games. He's had some struggles. It's going to take him a little while. But boy, does he make a difference in this team.
Completes them as a team, and I love the way he worked prior to the catch on that possession.
They hadn't scored in almost 5 minutes. Howard left open. Blocked by Bynum, but a foul. So the All-Pro, Dwyane Howard, will get to the free throw line.
And let's not forget that Miami is dealing with the injury to Udonis Haslem, who was an integral part to their championship year and would have this year, and who knows when or if he can come back.
Such an important role player as you look at our NBA calendar. 2 games tonight on ESPN, Denver at Oklahoma City, Portland at Golden State. Terrific game on NBA Tuesday, Lakers and Spurs from San Antonio. And then on TNT, Knicks and Magic, Spurs and Mavericks. A lot of really good matchups coming up in the next week. Howard now in his 17th year. He had a lot of talking early in the season with his team about being public enemy #1 on the road. He said when he was at college, the Fab Five, everywhere they went, people hated them, and they learned to use that to their benefit. And he talked to the Heat players about the same thing. They get booed everywhere they go on the road. Let's use it as a unifying thing, and a reach-in foul. And all the Heat players say that it's been a big help for them in terms of how everybody got attacked. Eric Spoelstra heard it. LeBron James has heard it more than anybody. The bench has heard it. And they said it really kind of got them together and said, all right, we're going to fight this as a team. They call a foul on LeBron James, his first. That gets a roar from the crowd. Bynum against Dampier. Dampier, good solid defender. Bynum with the left hand gets it to go.
Good job. What a luxury. You're struggling offensively. Throw the ball into the paint area and get quality offense.
Shot clock turned off. James puts it in. He's got 8 points in the opening period. That was a nice attempt. Didn't go, but it had a chance. As you see the Lakers struggle from the field. And the 14 points, their lowest in the first quarter so far this season. They shoot just 6 of 25 from the field. Meanwhile, Chris Bosh had 9 points to lead the Heat. First quarter done here at the Staples Center. This presentation of the NBA Christmas Festival presented by Theraflu continues after this message.
Staples Center, Eric, you held them to 14 points in that first quarter. What was working defensively for you guys?
Well, we're trying to be active. Now, they did miss some right at the rim. We just have to stay with that. We want to get out in the open court and try to push the pressure and get them in transition.
Now, on the other side, 20 points, just 20 points for you guys. What do you need to do to get going better offensively for you guys?
Well, the transition will get us going, and then if we get to half court, trust each other. We got to move them side to side a little bit more than we have been.
All right, thank you for your time. Mike, back to you.
All right, Lisa, a foul called on that drive to the basket. Bynum picks up his second. Well, you want to talk about dealing with pressure. Eric Spoelstra has shown the Heat how to deal with pressure. He's the second youngest coach in the NBA. Only Monty Williams of New Orleans is younger. Spoelstra just turned 40. And this is his third year as a head coach. The pressure on him that's come into the season and the way he dealt with the early goings and the early struggles is really a lesson on how to do this stuff. Mark, he's been unbelievable.
Got to give him a lot of credit. When things could have went south, everybody looked towards him, not just the media, but more importantly, the guys in uniform. And he never buckled. He remained consistent, didn't panic, and trusted his guys. And they responded for their head coach.
He kept saying, we're on a different timetable than everybody else. We can't worry. Everybody wants us to be perfect right away. It's going to take time. Blake misses. Dampier, good battle, and gets the rebound.
And, Coach, you've seen a lot. It's easy for teams to go the other way when things aren't going your way.
Absolutely. I think what you said about a lot of that pressure was coming for his players as Bosh knocks down another shot. I didn't think they handled their answers during their struggles that well. I think Eric Spoelstra was their rock. And because of that, they started to take on his personality of being more solid, as we're seeing Miami in a zone, which I have not ever seen them play.
Dampier pokes it away. Bynum couldn't get it. Every team plays a little bit of zone, but Spoelstra's not one to use it, huh, Jeff?
I have not seen Miami use that.
Nice move from Wade. Shot off the mark, and Brown has it.
And I don't like the zone against this Laker lineup, quite honestly, because of their ability to knock down perimeter shots. You know, Andrew Bynum is the only legitimate big on the floor.
Kobe Bryant, too strong. Mario Chalmers, the backup point guard, who has played well since getting back in the rotation. That's been a big part of Miami's help with all the talk of the big three as Wade gets inside. Nice move from Dwyane Wade. The establishment of a center position to let Bosh play the power forward and the point guards to allow the other guys the freedom has really made a difference.
Well, I think they're in a great rotation right now. They know when they're playing, they know how they're playing, and putting Chalmers as Bryant finally scores with an emphatic dunk. I think having another point guard to play on the floor all 48 minutes has been a huge help, not only offensively, but defensively as well.
And that's the case even in the fourth quarter. You'll see either Chalmers or Royal on there most of the time. One of those two. Shannon Brown trying to harass Wade. Jones the extra pass. Chalmers for three. That's good.
That's great ball movement by the Heat. Getting into the seams, making the extra pass. They're getting quality looks because of their patience offensively.
They're a good offensive team. One of the better three-point shooting teams in the NBA. Come into the game, they were 4th in three-point percentage, 5th overall in shooting, and they don't turn it over that much. Chalmers, I don't know if Bynum got a piece of it, but he altered it. They credit him with a block. Nice pass to Brown. Kobe Bryant, who leads the team in assists, gets his 3rd of the afternoon. A low-scoring start. Both teams playing some very intense defense. And a foul call on Kobe Bryant. He doesn't like it, but he bumped him. That's his 2nd. There's a word for Derek Richardson. And we'll have a timeout. How about that? Those two 1 for 13 here to start. Excellent Miami Heat defense. Doubleheader, first at 8, Nuggets and the Thunder from Oklahoma City. Then at 10:30, it's the Blazers and the Warriors from Oakland. NBA Christmas games presented by Thoroughflu tonight. Here this afternoon in Los Angeles, Heat lead by 10. Of course, in sports, we always fall for that new flavor of the month. But the old flavor, Kobe Bryant might still be the best flavor. 15 years in the league, and why he's still the best, Phil Jackson has a couple of ideas why.
Kobe has a special gift, and his gift has been his zeal, competitive drive that he has. And he doesn't accept it to lose. He doesn't accept not challenging. Sometimes it works against us as a team, and most of the time it works for us because he can will his way into positive things.
Mark, it's amazing how every night he comes with that zeal that Jackson talks about.
Wants to be the best, not just the best today, but the best to ever play the game. And it continues to have the burning desire to refuse to lose individually or collectively. And what happens, Coach, is that mentality becomes contagious. All of a sudden, everybody on your team embraces that spirit.
You absolutely have to have your best player stand for what you believe in as a team. And are we just going to let that Dwyane Wade spin pull-up go by without even a mention? I mean, that's a top 10 play.
He makes it look so easy.
That was a joke how easy that was for him. The balance.
Well, it's even funnier how you slam the brakes on giving props to Kobe and his mentality off of the spin move.
Chalmers a 3.
I mean, this guy, like, he's made 2 passes that are incredible. He makes the bucket that's incredible, and he's the 2nd best player on his team. Are you kidding me?
Bryant to Odom, deflected by Chalmers. Odom keeps it alive, backed it off the backboard, but can't get it to fall. And Bosh grabs the rebound. 7 boards already for Bosh. He's left open at that time. And Pau Gasol. Gasol 6th in the NBA in boards. Gasol still without a point. Bryant inside, quick move. Chalmers saying, where was the help?
Not really fair to Chalmers. In that situation, the double team has got to come quicker. He's a smaller point guard. The advantage with Bryant posting him up. You got to recognize it.
James Jones to Wade. Bryant on Wade. There's that fall away again. This one's well short. Odom the rebound. Odom on the drive. Scoop layup. Won't go, but a foul. James will come back in.
Well, here, he goes to pick and roll. He gets deep in the paint, up in the air, and not only hits the open man, but hits the open man on target where he can shoot in rhythm. And then spins off Pau Gasol, the strength to knock him back, and the balance to rise straight up and down. Oh my!
You feel better now?
No, I just thought we were just going to let that go. Like, that's like so usual that, yeah, well, that's a good move.
You're right.
You didn't see those type of plays when you played at Nazareth, did you?
I can honestly say, other than Lawrence Maroney, I never saw that at Nazareth. Look at this. Oh, that's beautiful. And the slow-mo camera work makes it even look better.
Odom misses the second free throw. Another rebound for Bosh. Bosh has 12 points, 8 boards, and a couple of assists with a block shot.
And he's played exceptionally well. What I like is his aggressiveness. He's catching the basketball and being very decisive with his play.
Wade to the basket. And got hit by Odom. He took off far from the rim. And now he'll get to the free throw line. And here's the key in trying to stop the Miami Heat, keeping them off the line. Easier said than done.
Oh, great scorers, great passes that are scorers. They put so much pressure on your defense and big time finishes.
Wade is third in the NBA in free throw attempts. LeBron James is second. As a team, they're third. It's such a big part of their offensive attacks.
And Mike, it's not just about your offense. It makes their opponents go against set defense because there's no transition off free throws. So it really helps your defense to get to the free throw line.
In case you're wondering who's number one in free throw attempts, it's Dwight Howard. How about the Orlando Magic with an impressive victory today?
That was a very impressive comeback win to do that against the team that's playing the best in the NBA in the Boston Celtics.
In the first game of the games at Christmas, an impressive win for the Knicks over the Chicago Bulls. We've seen some good basketball. Wade, Chalmers, another three. Artest, who had to sit with 2 quick fouls, back in, grabs the board. 12-point Miami lead. And a foul away from the basket. The Lakers have 23 points, and we played 18 minutes. Just past the midway point of the second. Miami right now making Phil Jackson a little blue.
This NBA Christmas special presented by Theraflu on ABC. Brought to you by the sport-injected 2011 Buick Regal. Little Fockers, rated PG-13, now in theaters. State Farm, to us, nothing's more important than being there. And Frostbrewed Coors Light, the world's most refreshing beer.
Los Angeles Lakers down by 12. Again, a star-studded crowd. Will.i.am sitting courtside. Jeremy Piven. You're going to have to do a bunch of rolls. Snoop Dogg as well.
How about the patience on the offensive end? Dwyane Wade reading the double team, takes the double team. Poor job of allowing them to split it, but both guys on the weak side. Patience, on-point pass, the extra pass, ball movement, man movement. Outstanding job of playing unselfish basketball, and it starts with your star players.
You know, when this team was formed in July, and of course, all the hype was about it, Gasol, nice move inside. That was what everybody felt was the key to why the Heat would be so successful, because James, Wade, and Bosh, by nature, they're unselfish players, right, Mark?
Unselfish, and not only that, but when you talk about Wade and LeBron, great passes, underrated passes, who can really put the basketball on point.
James misses, ball tipped out, goes to Gasol. Lakers shooting 11 of 33 from the field. Fisher throws it away, but he got hit by Chalmers on the pass. And the star players struggling a bit. Gasol, as we said, he's been having a tremendous season, but he played a lot of minutes early with no Bynum, and even admitted there was a little fatigue factor, so he went through some bumps. He's had good shots, just haven't gone in so far today.
And remember back last year, they got hammered on Christmas as well by Cleveland. You know, these Christmas Day games are hard to predict.
Gasol way off that time. Now let's face it, the last 3 years, 2 of them titles, the other one they make it to the finals, as James gets inside and won't go. Dwight Howard the rebound. Every year we're saying about the Lakers, you know what, they just don't look right. I don't know, are they going to be okay to win a title? There's been always question marks. And somehow they found a way. Jones in and out, halfway down.
Another great pass by LeBron James, though, off penetration.
Gasol. Bryant, tough shot, banks it in. That was a difficult angle.
That's a very, very tough shot. But I tell you what, the Miami Heat are playing outstanding defense.
And Eric Spoelstra wants timeout. Both teams playing some pretty tough defense here today.
And how do you beat good defense? Ball movement and man movement. Don't just stand around. The slash cut by Bryant and the tough bank shot. Started off 0 for 5. Since then, Bryant 3 for 3, finding a way to will the basketball in. Banks open on Christmas.
And run around and, you know, be excited about, you know, the things that they have, the blessings that they have. That's probably my favorite, because I love seeing my boys be excited.
It's always fun, you know, when they wake up in the morning, and you know, it's kind of the excitement, because when they first wake up, it's kind of like they forget it's Christmas, and then it kind of sinks in, like, wait a minute, today is the day, and then that's when they realize Santa was here. And you know, I think that's the best part. You know, the opening gifts part is fun, but it's always that initial, like, Santa was here reaction.
And Santa was here, Mark. Our own Santa got us the coolest gifts we could imagine. Our partner Jeff
took care of us. Outstanding job of taking care of your crew.
Well, you know, I had to go to South Dakota, no, Montana, Darby, Montana. Bill and Marnie win. Puppet Artest. And hopefully we'll see a little shot of them. I think they're very, they look, oh my goodness. Make a puppet of him. This is always amazing. How do these guys have sore knees and then come back and like attack the rim like that? But you know, guys, I'll spare no expense for your gifts.
much appreciated, Jeff.
No problem.
That was a class gesture, though. I mean, I was shocked, because last Christmas you didn't give me anything.
Well, you know, I saw the error in my ways, and now I'm trying to take care of it.
Just under 3.5 remaining in the second. A low-scoring first half, to say the least. Chalmers got hit. Fisher not happy. And here is what we were talking about with these unbelievable gifts. You had those puppets made.
I did. And look, you've got to give the Winds credit, because that is that looks just like Mark Jackson. The goatee. I didn't think my nose was that big, but I guess I'm wrong. And you look great.
I look like George Bush.
No, he looks much better than that. But the tie looks very, what I would say, appropriate. We were just wondering if he would have the sweater vest on.
Shot clock down to 5. It was kind of a knuckleball. Ilgauskas couldn't get it. Artest does. Bryant leaked the other way, catches the pass, and Wade gets back to deny the shot. Stripped down low. Bryant upset, and a technical foul on Kobe Bryant.
And Bryant's been very frustrated, feeling like there's been a lot of contact, but give Wade and crew a lot of credit for the defense that they're playing against Bryant, making life tough. This is good defense, not allowing him to get to his spot. You're battling, and then comes up with the strip.
Well, he's right. There has been a lot of contact, but it's been at both ends. It's been fairly consistent.
And that's all you want as a player or as a coach. Consistency as far as the referees are concerned.
But I think they should have allowed that play to continue on. They had a transition opportunity and then call the technical foul at the end of the transition opportunity versus penalize Miami and take away their break.
Remember, Kobe Bryant was ejected in their last game Tuesday on 2 technical fouls. Right now his team down by 9. They've scored 29 points, so we played, just under 3 minutes to go remaining in the first half. This is one of the highest scoring teams in the NBA. James nails the 3, and the lead is back up to 12 for Miami.
And again, another on-point pass from Dwyane Wade. High pick and roll, finding LeBron James all by himself in the corner.
The Heat 5 of 10 from downtown. Again, they're one of the better three-point shooting teams in the league. Artest answers back.
Bryant has really been passing the ball well today. Even on the ones they've missed, he could have had 3 or 4 more assists.
He's got 5, even with the low shooting percentage, as Bosh able to put it in. This is a good game to pad your rebounding stats with all the missed shots. Odom cuts to the basket, goes right at James. Rebound Artest, blocked by Ilgauskas. Offensive foul. Artest stayed right up in his face, and Ilgauskas hit him.
When a guy's body to body to you like that, if you just pivot normally, there's going to be some contact. To me, this is no foul.
That's a foul.
No, he's pivoting.
That's a foul. That's a foul.
That's like, get out of my space.
That's a foul.
No, make room.
Which you've got to give him room to bring the ball down.
Right, exactly.
Right. First step, he knew he was there. Elbow to the chest, and then the second one was up high. That's the correct call.
Another steal. Chalmers back to Wade. Nope, they're going to wave it off. An offensive foul. Derek Fisher didn't get a call earlier on trying to draw a charge. He got that one.
That was a bad decision by Chalmers. That ball should have gone right back to James on the lob. There's no defense for that. Chalmers brought Wade into that charging foul. Poor decision.
And especially, you know who Derek Fisher is. That's what he wants, to step in to take the charge. So you don't want to put him in position to do what he does very well defensively.
He's been amongst the leaders in that department a number of years in all his time in the NBA. Artest flips it up, won't go. Oh, tipped up and in by the Heat. They'll credit Artest with it, but I think it was Ilgauskas who actually tipped it in. It's almost an offensive explosion for the Lakers the way they're going. It has been a rough offensive first half. Chalmers misses. Odom. Here's the beauty of Odom. He can rebound, bring the ball up, set it up, distribute. Nice feed. The 6th assist for Kobe Bryant, and Gasol makes it a 7-point game.
We watched the clinic in this first half by Bryant and Wade on how to pass a basketball out of a double team. Great job of distributing.
And this Staples Center crowd, boy, are they into this game. Bosh. Boy, Bosh looks exceptional today.
You know, when he or Stoudemire have the ball at the elbow, their footwork is like a perimeter player's. That was a great jab step left to make Odom react, and then drove it right and finished.
Bryant. Ilgauskas maybe got a piece. Bryant upset. He thought he got fouled. Don't forget the T-Mobile halftime report coming up. Stuart Scott, Magic Johnson, Michael Wilbon, John Barry. A couple of interesting games earlier today, plus Magic and Jerry West on Kobe and LeBron. A very interesting halftime feature. Artest all over James. Bosh from outside puts it in. 18 points for Chris Bosh. And James and Artest, a little skirmish after the ball goes through the basket. Artest was talking about it. He was looking forward to the challenge of guarding LeBron James. He actually even said he wanted to make him mad. Well, mission accomplished there. He picked up 2 quick fouls and sat for much of the first half. So, technical foul has been called on LeBron James. Is it a double technical?
Yeah, it must be a double. But I don't know what LeBron James did. What, did he get his head locked into Artest's arm? That's why he got a technical?
And he wanted to and pushed him off after, but that's just. So they both have technical fouls. Shot clock turned off. Foul on James there. Crowd delights in that. His second. They're in the penalty.
You see both guys in the paint area pretty much wrestling in a headlock. I think that's a good job of officiating. You want to control both teams when you hit them with a double take.
Bryant. His first free throw of the afternoon. Watch your favorite team at home, on the road, anywhere with NBA League Pass. Sign up now for special limited time holiday offer. League Pass lets you watch great NBA matchups on your TV, computer, and mobile phone. Call your local cable, satellite, or telco provider today, or log on to NBA.com/League Pass. Final seconds, first half. Wade blocked from behind by Bryant. And the first half comes to an end. A rough offensive first half for the Lakers, courtesy of some excellent Miami Heat defense. And you see the two All-Stars for the Lakers that combined 6 for 21. Yet they're only down by 9. Meanwhile, Chris Bosh, a sensational first half for the Miami Heat. He had 18 points, 8 rebounds, a couple of assists, and a block shot. Dwyane Wade also with double figures with 10, and he's with Lisa.
Thank you, Mike. Dwyane, you guys held them to 38 points in a half. What are you doing to frustrate them so much defense?
Well, you know, we're a good defensive team. We understand this team like a lot of points in the paint. So when they're going down there, we're just making it tough for them. We're not fouling them. We're putting our arms straight up. We're making them take tough shots.
Now, by your play, I was assuming that you were feeling okay, but just talking to you now, how is the knee feeling, really?
Well, the knee is just bringing fatigue on. You know, it's not as strong right now as it needed to be, so it's fatiguing me a little fast. But hopefully in the second half, we do a better job of getting me in, getting me out, and I'll keep it loose. And I'm going to keep going. I'm a tough guy, so let's bring a little fatigue on.
All right. Thank you for your time. Mike.
All right, Lisa played 20 of the 24 minutes in the first half as we're at halftime now at Staples Center. And after the break, Stuart Scott, Magic Johnson, John Barry, Michael Wilbon, the guys will have the T-Mobile halftime report. Celtics and the Magic, highlights of that game. And Magic and Jerry West talk about Kobe and LeBron. Christmas Day in Los Angeles, 2 quarters complete. Heat with a 9-point advantage on the road. By Theraflu. And after 2 quarters, a low-scoring affair. Miami Heat's defense really the story as they lead the Lakers 47-38. Our Theraflu first-half stats. Again, the Lakers, the 5th highest-scoring team in the NBA this season, and only have 38 points. They average over 105 a game. Meanwhile, neither team turning it over all that much. And good 3-point shooting from Miami. That's something that they've been doing all season long. Hi again, everyone, with Mark Jackson and Jeff Van Gundy. Mike Breen on hand. Again, Merry Christmas to everyone. Miami Heat having a Merry Christmas so far. Terrific road team. They're doing it again, and they're doing it with defense, Jeff.
They really are. They're locking down. Their big three are playing well, but it's the lockdown defense that has set the tone.
And that's right from the start, and that's one of the big reasons why they've been so successful on the road. They've won 8 straight on the road in our BBVA Compass Team Moment.
And it comes to Dwyane Wade. Yeah, it's a multiple choice Merry Christmas. What's he going to do? Here, he penetrates and hits the cutting Chris Bosh. What's he going to do this time? Jumper, pass, split. He splits and passes, starting a good ball movement sequence for the Chalmers 3. And then finally, on the pick and roll, what's he going to do? Pull up, pass, or split and dunk? Split and dunk. That's sweet basketball by Dwyane Wade.
And of course, Bosh the leading scorer so far. Meanwhile, in many ways, Mark, the Lakers lucky they're only down by 9.
Well, absolutely. When you take a look at this Heat defense and the struggles of the Lakers offense, they certainly have to feel good where they are right now. But give credit to the Heat on the defensive end, battling, forcing the Lakers home run hitters to take tough shots. That's a fadeaway jump shot. Here's single coverage. Great job of contesting without fouling. Again, you do your job, help comes quick, and then the last line of defense, secure the basketball. Chases Kobe off of the spot, help comes quick without fouling him. Great job of containing, contesting, and not fouling. Both stars for the Lakers struggling in the first half.
So the same 5 that started, that includes Carlos Arroyo at the point with Ilgauskas and the big 3 for Miami. Bosh again was excellent. He's guarded by Odom. Wade flips it up and in. That long stride.
Well, people just do not know how good Dwyane Wade is. I already have him on my list as the 3rd best shooting guard to ever play the game. When you take a look at what this guy has done he's in the conversation. I have him behind Jordan and Bryant.
Well, you still think back as Kobe Bryant nails it. When they won the championship in 2006, the performance he put on in the finals that year was just incredible. Talk about carrying a team to a title.
4 straight grand slams.
And that's no knock on an excellent support cast that deserved every bit of the accolades they received, but Wade was sensational. Ilgauskas hits the jumper.
Well, they deserve credit, but he dominated that series from the point where Miami took over. It was a 1-4 high isolation, and he put on a clinic.
That's a big statement that he's the 3rd best shooting guard of all time.
Pau Gasol. All right, here's why. Is Pau Gasol the best power forward in the game today?
He's in the discussion, but I think guys are playing extremely well. When you talk about Dirk Nowitzki in Dallas, when you talk about Amari Stoudemire in New York, Pau Gasol is certainly in the conversation.
And I like what Kevin Garnett is doing as Carlos Arroyo misses. To me, the way he anchors them defensively in Boston, that's a tough guy to vote against.
Bryant for 3. Well, the slow starts for Gasol and Bryant have turned around, and the Lakers within 6.
I'm glad you took the Wade conversation of mine and didn't argue it. You said it's a big statement, but he's in the conversation.
No, I agree, and I think it just shows you, like, I mean, I was an idiot for saying they were going to win 73 games, but their talent base is incredible.
Ball last touched by Odom as we check in with Lisa Salters.
Hey, Mike. Well, the Lakers seem like they're feeling better than they were when they came out of the locker room. Brian Shaw came up to me and said, that first half was some ugly basketball, wasn't it? I didn't really know what to say. It's Christmas. I wanted to be nice. Then assistant Frank Hamlin, I asked him what's going on offensively. He said, we're a mess. We just shot poorly in all categories. They made threes. We didn't. I said, what did you tell your guys? He said, just relax and make some shots. They seem to be doing it.
Well, a little too relaxed that time from Miami, Lisa, as a 24-second violation. Not a lot of turnovers. Each team had 6 in the first half.
A good job defensively by Ron Artest, fighting over the screen and then forcing LeBron to get rid of the basketball. It's a good start for the Lakers in this quarter.
Fisher inside of Artest. A little too casual with that shot. Arroyo nails the jumper. Arroyo has played well for them.
He's a knockdown shooter, certainly a much improved jump shooter, understanding how he's going to get his baskets with this Heat team. Teams are going to help off of him, and he's ready to shoot.
Gasol trying to get the lob, but LeBron James spotted that one from a mile away. Both teams now with 7 turnovers with 3 minutes into the second half. The Heat trying to win their 9th straight road game.
That was a great reaction by LeBron James on the steal.
Wade against Odom, trying to draw the foul. Odom, good job there. Arroyo, way off. Gasol contested that one. Excellent defense from the Lakers. Odom flips it up. And a loose ball foul is going to go against Pau Gasol. Today, Christmas Day, a big day for Ron Artest, because Artest has decided, did this a while back, that he's auctioning off his Lakers championship ring, and there's the ring you've shown to us before. And it's pretty amazing what Artest is doing. He's raising money to raise, obviously, finances and awareness for kids with mental health issues, and that's where the money is going to go. Artest, who's made no secret as Wade is fouled about how he's had to deal with things. He's talked openly about seeing a psychiatrist and having some health issues, mental health issues himself, and realizes for kids it's such an important thing that many times goes unnoticed and is looked down upon. He's trying to change the perception of it. It's a pretty amazing thing what he's doing, and he has heard thank yous from people all over the land, Mark.
Oh, great gesture by Ron Artest, and I like the fact that he's doing it now as opposed to 10, 15 years from now when the shine of winning a championship and Ron Artest's name doesn't mean as much. Impacting lives and understanding that this is something that he has battled with, and people have played a role in helping him.
Right, and unfortunately, mental health has a stigma to it that shouldn't be there. It should be treated like any other disease, but it's not. And I think when an athlete like Artest has the courage to come out and talk about his own issues and own problems, I think it does a lot for kids to realize, hey, they're not alone. A guy like Artest can battle through it, so can I.
I don't mean to sound this in a condescending way, as Artest lines up, right on cue, hits a three. But having watched him from his high school days in New York City through college and now and all the ups and downs, you're proud of the way he's grown and the way he's dealt with adversity in his life, and now how he's really trying to turn it into an unbelievable positive.
Well, especially for me, I watched him as a young man play at St. John's University and also play high school basketball in New York City. And he's extremely proud of how far he's come.
James knocks down the three, and a good three-point shooting continues for Miami.
That right there, that possession, a clinic on ball movement that they didn't have those type of possessions earlier in the year. Multiple touchbacks.
Artest a little too strong and then whacks LeBron James. Artest with his third foul.
You just love this possession. Wade penetrates. James touch pass to Arroyo. Touch pass right on target, in rhythm for the LeBron James three.
We're watching on the offensive end how you can also lose the explosiveness that you once had. Ron Artest would have dunked it at least 2 or 3 times in this ball game. The last 2 possessions, struggling to finish layups.
Wade doesn't finish that one. Bosh right there on the putback. 20 for Bosh tonight.
Well, Bosh is another guy that really, when you talk about this team turning it around, he realized he had to become more aggressive offensively, and his presence in the paint, also aggressiveness on the perimeter, has made a difference, and he looks awfully good in this ball.
I like what Wade's doing defensively too. You know, Wade is into it defensively. He has done a great job staying between he and Bryant and then contesting his shots.
Artest trying to poke it away. James 7 rebounds, 7 assists to go with 14 points. Artest with the steal. Artest can't hold on. Oh, goes crashing into the Heat bench. Trying to dive after that one. Let's see everybody's okay. Here's our old friend Jim Gray trying to help him out. Wow, how about that coming at you?
That's a good catch by Dexter Pittmore. Is that Jamal McGlure? Oh, Big Cat giving a forearm. Oh, my goodness. Big Cat doesn't know. He's on the court. He's on the bench. He's hitting the first player coming at him.
Nice job, Jamal. So we approach the midway point here in the third. 6:09 remaining. Here on Christmas Day in Los Angeles, the Miami Heat with a 12-point lead. By the way, the longest road winning streak in NBA history is 16, so the Heat have a ways to go with that. That was the Laker team that won 33 in a row as Wade gets hit, and he'll get to the line.
Lakers having all sorts of problems with pick and rolls with Dwyane Wade. His ability to get into the paint, score if you sag off of him. I mean, you can talk about a double pick and roll. You can't allow him to split the pick and roll, which means get between both defenders and have a direct line at the basket. You got to do a better job being committed on the defensive end.
And that was a good screen by Chris Bosh. And those are the little things that take you from a fair offensive possession to a dynamic offensive possession. It's like the extra pass. Sometimes you don't get the assist, you just make the right play. It's the same way with screening. Here, Bosh puts his whole body on there, doesn't allow Bryant to negotiate the screen, which gives Wade a running start at the rim.
A quick timeout, 6:02 remaining, third quarter here at the Staples Center.
This NBA Christmas special presented by Theraflu on ABC, brought to you by the 2011 Jaguar lineup, including Jaguar Platinum coverage, and Jordan, dominate another day.
And once again, all of us here on the ABC on ESPN, wishing you a Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays. As Dwyane Wade, 15 points, and gets to the free throw line. Well, I love the comment he said just the other day. He said, right now we're not at a championship level, but we're building championship habits. That's spoken like a coach.
Well, it is, and Kobe Bryant was talking about that yesterday when he was being interviewed by Lisa and Mark about, like, the only thing he's concerned with right now is their lack of habits.
They'll say same way.
And this is a game of habits. It's not a game of just emotion. Either you're building the right habits or you're taking steps back. And I think right now you're watching a Heat team that has championship habits at both ends right now. They're sharing it and they're defending.
But you make a great point, Coach, because the bottom line is you could have a team that's winning basketball games but headed for disaster because their habits are wrong. It's about putting your eyes on the finish line and doing things the proper way.
And that's why some teams, success actually harms them, because it makes them soften up and lose sight of what's important, which is getting better every day. I think Miami's early struggles have actually helped them because they've had to concentrate more on improvement.
Ilgauskas missed a couple of shots in the first half, has banged down a couple here in the third quarter, and it's back to 14, which equals the largest lead.
A great feed from Carlos Arroyo in the pick and roll. Nothing like having a big guy that can shoot.
Odom fouled by Ilgauskas, and let's listen to an Eric Spoelstra huddle.
Do not give them any life. Anything that they're getting here, we contest. If they make those tough ones over the top, fine. No gifts.
Like the last play. No, exactly. That's exactly what you've got everything going for you. You take a possession off. Instead of contesting to try to block, you go up and just whack somebody. It's why he was telling Ilgauskas at the end of the just go straight up and make him make. Again, no help on that pick and roll. Ilgauskas late and just whacks him.
Not a lot of free throws by the Lakers. Now 4 of 8 as Odom misses badly on the second. James grabs another rebound, his 8th. James powers in, unstoppable. And it's a 16-point lead. And some anxiety here at the Staples Center.
And that's not set offense. That's getting a stop or getting a rebound and pushing the basketball down the throat of the defense.
Odom, that's a beautiful thing to watch. At 6'10", be able to drive like that and finish.
And if you're Bosh there, Mark, you've got to influence him to drive to his right hand versus allow him to get to his strong left hand.
Crowd trying to urge some defense. Ilgauskas is such an unbelievable shooter for a guy 7'3". Big Z still knocking him down in his 13th year in the league.
And the tough part is those are shots he's going to get because the defense will have to double team Wade or LeBron coming off those screens.
Good ball movement for the Lakers. Fisher for 3. They needed that one. Phil Jackson always calm. Under 4 minutes remaining. Very low scoring game for the high scoring Lakers. Wade, line drive. 18 for Wade. Now the Lakers played good defense in the first half, but here in this third quarter, the Heat 9 of 12 from the field. Artest to Odom, and Odom able to finish.
And what the Lakers have done in the last couple possessions, forget the triangle, put Bryant and Gasol in a pick and roll, and let Bryant be the quarterback and decision maker, and they've gotten high percentage shots.
Artest on LeBron James. Shot clock down to 4. Arroyo from the corner. And Bryant with the rebound.
You see that time what the Lakers did, they rotated to the body of Ilgauskas instead of letting them get a knockdown jump shot.
Alley-oop to Gasol. Perfect pass from Ron Artest. And Miami calls time.
3 straight side pick and rolls with Bryant and Gasol have led to 3 straight scores. This time, Bryant just came off, felt the double team, kicked it to Artest. Artest on target, lob pass over the top to Pau Gasol to cut the lead to 11.
2.5 remaining in the third. And we figure on Christmas Day, some of the NBA headlines. How about the San Antonio Spurs? Best record in the NBA. They have been spectacular so far this season. Well, the Celtics finally lost. Magic having a big week after the trade, knocking a couple big winning streaks off the mark. And a sad note, Yao Ming once again dealing with yet another injury. He just somehow he can come back and play basketball again. Let's start off with San Antonio. What's been the key, Jeff, to what the Spurs have done?
Well, to me, they're healthier than they've been in the past. Manu Ginobili has been great, but so has Parker and Duncan. And they've just got great team play. They play so well together. And I have to say, I am so sad for Yao Ming. No one deserves success more than this guy. And to see him have to lose another season, it's heartbreaking.
Meanwhile, a foul on Andrew Bynum. Mark, what about the trade? Orlando making a huge shakeup mid-season. 2 nice wins in a row for them. How good can they be?
Well, give them a lot of credit. When you look at their success in the past, it would have been very easy to stand pat. But realizing that they become stale and stagnant, they made a big-time trade, got some new guys in there, and they're playing with passion, rejuvenated energy. And they're a better basketball team right now. And you talk about winning basketball games against quality opponents without the luxury of having practices. This team is much better.
And your brother got a technical on Christmas Day, you know.
I am shocked because, you know, he's usually very sedate, almost Phil Jackson Zen-like. And so for him to, you know, it must have been a bad call is all I can say. But to me, for Orlando, a lot of it's going to be how do people accept lesser minutes? And if they can accept lesser minutes, I agree with you, Mark. They're a more talented team today than they were last week.
Steve Blake short. LeBron James with 9 rebounds, 8 assists, and 18 points. On the verge of another triple-double. Chalmers misses. Shannon Brown the rebound.
And an interesting substitution for me, Phil Jackson taking Kobe Bryant out after he and Pau Gasol had done a good job with their pick-and-roll offense.
Brown short arms it. Juwan Howard can't get it. Last touch by Chalmers, Laker ball.
And I think the reason why Jackson takes Bryant out is because he can have him for the entire 4th quarter. So you give him the end of this 3rd quarter and try to ride him the rest of the way.
Shannon Brown able to hit. And that was an excellent re-signing by the Lakers. Brown was a free agent, probably could have gotten more money elsewhere, but he signed a 2-year deal to come back here with the Lakers, and he's an improved player, especially from the outside.
Hey, Mike, if he could have gotten more money elsewhere, he would have been elsewhere. He got the most money here.
That's not what he said.
Well, that's what they all say.
James looking, fires for 3. That's good as the shot clock expires. And LeBron James, 10 of his 21 here in the 3rd. Lead back up to 14. That one hurts the Lakers as Howard, a couple of fouls on Gasol.
You think about it, people say, well, we got Ron Artest, so we have this stop on the defensive end. It does not matter. When guys like LeBron James get it going, not much you can do. You know the rules, Ron Artest. Hand down, man down.
James, meanwhile, 35% from three-point range this season as Howard grabs the rebound.
But that's off the dribble to his left hand. That was good defense.
Again, that one too strong, but the long rebound out to Jones. James looking for the opening. Howard can't get it to fall. Gasol with the rebound, his 7th.
But another good offensive trip for the Heat. That's a quality look. Wide open jump shot off of your star making the play.
Bynum and a defensive 3 seconds. So a technical foul.
Sometimes even against good defense, the other team scores. Good show by Andrew Bynum. Artest, even though it's late, gets a good hand up. So that will actually change the rule from hand down, man down to hand up, man down, because that was well defended, just a better shot by LeBron James.
You're doing a lot of remixing. You even remix Mariah Carey's "All I Want for Christmas Is You."
Yeah, all I want from Christmas is a W if you're one of the coaches on the two teams. All right? Thanks for the setup, Mark Jackson, but that's the truth, too.
As long as you don't sing it. Bynum flips it up, won't go. Bynum tips it back out. Still loose, back to Bynum, into Gasol. Pau Gasol blocked, and he still got it to go. They blocked it from behind, and Gasol banked it in anyway. Final seconds, third quarter. Chalmers for three. Won't go. Gasol the rebound. And the third quarter comes to an end. LeBron James on the verge of a triple-double. He's a rebound and a couple assists shy. Chris Bosh had that great first half, getting more help here in the third. And the Heat will head to the fourth quarter with a double-figure lead. Here on Christmas Day at a sellout crowd at the Staples Center. Miami 75, the LA Lakers 64. This presentation of NBA Christmas Special presented by Theraflu continues after this message and a word from our ABC stations.
Down 11, Frank Hamlin was telling me at halftime that he thought the offense was just a mess. What did you think about the offense in the third quarter?
I think we both scored the same amount of points, but we have to make up more. So we got a ways to go yet.
Now on the defensive end, what doesn't seem to be working defensively?
Well, we both scored the same amount of points that quarter, but we'll probably have to shut them down a little bit more and score a little bit more points on our end. So we'll probably have to step up on the screens. And, they're just running one screen roll back to another screen roll. And our defense isn't helping very well.
Thanks for your time.
Good.
Mike.
All right, Lisa, another Christmas Day game for Phil Jackson. This is his 28th. He played on Christmas Day 10 times, and this is his 17th as a coach as Wade misses. He has made his feelings known that he's not particularly fond on playing on Christmas Day, or coaching for that matter. Oh, a nice right hand, and it's cut to 9.
And not often do you see Lamar Odom use that right hand, that time getting all the way to the rim.
The Heat this year have had a lead going into the fourth quarter on the road 8 times as Bosh puts it in. They're 8-0. They've not surrendered that lead when they've led going into the fourth.
And that's just soft defense in the paint right there. The rotation has to be earlier, stronger, more forceful.
Shannon Brown left open, nails the three. Big improvement in Shannon Brown's game, his perimeter shooting. He's 45% from three-point range.
And you have to just keep putting Bryant in the same amount of pick and rolls as Wade's been running because you're getting good offense off his pick and roll.
Chalmers calmly sinks that one. Mario Chalmers, who was a starting point guard for the Heat when he was a rookie, lost his starting job, then fell out of the rotation, then had some injuries. He's playing some good basketball right now. Blake misses. Odom has it taken away, gets it back and lost it again, and Odom went down hard. So did James Jones. Both finally get up. I'm trying to help on Wade. Chalmers. Blake the rebound. Bryant searching, finds Bynum, and Bynum foul. That dunk will not count. Jones fouled him on the entry pass, as we'll listen to a little Eric Spoelstra.
We have got to rebound. How important is it to us? If you cannot get it, you are tipping it to somebody. But if no one's around, just grab it, okay? But we got to finish off those possessions.
Odom had it, lost it. But they say deflected, so still Laker ball, 6 to shoot. James returns. The Heat saying nobody touched it. So the Lakers will inbound. Right now they have Blake, Brown, Bryant, Odom, and Bynum. You can see Bynum still, and it's going to take a while, still not moving as well as it certainly would like. That shot won't go. Wade the rebound.
One of the differences, Eric Dampier is setting great screens, creating space for Dwyane Wade. On the other end, Andrew Bynum is slipping the picks, not putting a body on the Heat play.
So that shot will not count. An offensive 3 seconds call against Miami. And we'll take a break right now. Eric Spoelstra and the Heat up 10 in the fourth. Help you get there on less gas. Sold out Staples Center on this Christmas Day. The Lakers, though, down by 10, just over 3 minutes gone by in the fourth. The Heat looking sharp, Jeff.
And it's been the whole team, but particularly their 3 best players. Bosh on the drive, then Bosh on the emphatic finish. And when LeBron James is making jumpers, go home. You got no chance. Good pull up going to his left there. And then Dwyane Wade. Just been great in the pick and roll. And a Statue of Liberty finger roll a la the great George Gervin.
You look at the numbers. LeBron James is 5 of 6 from downtown.
And that's when you know you have problems. When great offensive players are knocking down jump shots, there's nothing you can do.
Dampier coming to help. Bynum catches. Feed stolen by James. His 3rd steal. Wade can't finish. James right there on the follow.
And when they get a steal like they just did, they are so fast up the floor. Great conversion by James, not believing that Wade was going to make it. Another steal.
That's 4 now. Chalmers fakes. And Wade will pull back. Miami Heat defense. We've seen it a couple of times this season. It's as Chalmers lines up, nails the 3, and it's a 15-point game again. And they're hitting their shots, but again, it's their defense that's doing it all, setting the tone.
Well, it's awfully impressive. This looks like the Boston Celtics type defense. They're really taking the Lakers out of what they're trying to do, disrupting. You're talking about high hands, coming up with steals. This is a clinic.
An extraordinary defensive performance against the 5th highest scoring team in the NBA. Shannon Brown can't connect and Wade the rebound.
And this is not because the Lakers aren't ready to play. This is because Miami is this good defensively.
Blake trying to do something against James. All he does is foul him. And he'll go to the free throw line.
Well, they just cover so much ground. Great read by James. Kicks it ahead to Wade, who misses it. But a good, strong follow by James. And then they did it the next possession. LeBron James is the best defensive small forward in basketball. And it's not close.
Last year, his All-NBA first-team defense again is. We have 7:24 remaining. Doubleheader tonight on ESPN. Good games, Nuggets and Thunder, Blazers and Warriors. NBA TV Tuesday, terrific game. Lakers and Spurs in San Antonio. Then a very good doubleheader on Thursday on TNT. The Knicks and Magic, and the Spurs and the Mavericks. I'd just like to have that start by the San Antonio Spurs, best start franchise history, and Dallas is right there.
Hey, listen, Dallas has a terrific team. I love their move to get Chandler.
He's had, maybe not to the extent, he's had a Kevin Garnett-like effect on their defense, wouldn't you say?
Well, he certainly has had a huge impact because of his length and also his upbeat attitude. He thinks defense first.
I would certainly even say a Kevin Garnett type attitude because he's the anchor to that Dallas Mavericks defense.
This is the largest lead of the afternoon, a 17-point lead. Staples Center has become very quiet. Odom the rebound. Still 6.5 remaining as Odom can't connect, but right now the Heat in complete control. The ball last touched by Shannon Brown off his shoulder. This is not a happy crowd.
Interestingly enough, Dwyane Wade basically just took himself out of the ball game, decided to walk towards the bench. Automatically, Erik Spoelstra calls up James Jones to come in for Wade, but he talked to Lisa Salters at halftime and said it's important as far as getting a breather and knowing when to steal some time.
And he couldn't come out because James Jones wasn't there. And if I was Erik Spoelstra, I would have been the one saying, hey, he wasn't there. James Jones wasn't there in time.
Oh, wait, as James short that time. Mike Miller has not played. Mike Miller, a key free agent acquisition. He broke his thumb in practice back in October. Bryant is fouled. He's played a couple of games. There's Miller. He's going to be a key weapon for them. He's come back, played 2 games, still struggling to get his wind and his shot, but he has not played this afternoon. He'll be a big help to them.
Well, it's going to be a tough decision, though. They're going to continue to play good basketball as hard and as well as they're playing defensively. So when and where and who would you take out of the rotation? That's a huge decision. And to me, either you've got to go smaller and take one of the big guys out, or you got to take James Jones out.
And to me, it's not that tough of a decision because of the impact that Mike Miller can have on your offense. He's a knockdown shooter. He competes, underrated rebounder, underrated passer. So the luxury of having LeBron James, who can play any position on the floor, especially when you're facing other teams where Lamar Odom is the power forward for the Lakers, he can slide and automatically play a frontline position. So there's time for Mike Miller, and I think ultimately when you're talking about winning a championship, he has to play an integral part of this team's rotation.
Meanwhile, the second free throw, no good. The first one with the Lakers' first points in over 4 minutes. They're down 16 with just over 6 to play in what has been a defensive clinic by the Miami Heat.
Really, every high school coach and college coach should put this on DVD and show to their teams about if you want to win and win at the highest level, you guard like this, you put this type of energy into every defensive possession, you will be rewarded.
Meanwhile, Kevin Durant coming up later. Oklahoma City hosting Denver on ESPN on Christmas Day.
This NBA Christmas special on ABC, presented by the makers of TheraFlu, Serious Power, Kia Motors, and the all-new 2011 Sportage, the perfect crossover for the road ahead, Sony, and Big Mamas Like Father Like Son, February 18th, only in theaters.
On Christmas Day in Los Angeles, a 16-point lead just past the midway point of the fourth. Erik Spoelstra trying to tell his team to keep the pressure on.
Do not slow down now. Speed, come on. Go, 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 go. And if we get some stops, let's go. Speed, use it. We just got to keep on being active with our speed.
And here's exactly what he's talking about. You get stops because of your defense. Don't try to walk it up. That's when they were a bad team. Put pressure on the defense by pushing it down their throat, and good things happen. You have the best players in the world. Force the issue offensively. They're doing a great job of not settling. No longer is it a chess match. They're playing checkers and having fun.
James with 8 on the shot clock. Bosh left open. All right, obviously the Heat playing an outstanding game, especially defensively. So that's a big part of what the Lakers are doing. But Jeff, what's the problem with the Lakers right now? Why are they having such a tough time?
Well, obviously, Gasol and Bryant have struggled. But really, to me, it's not as much about what the Lakers haven't done, but how good Miami is right now.
We saw them do this early in the season to a game in Orlando. Magic, a very good team, and they just so dominated with their defense.
But to me, it is what the Lakers aren't doing also, because I don't see any fight in the Lakers right now. Bottom line is that the Miami Heat come into LA on Christmas and put on a clinic, dominating the champs.
You know what? I'm gonna take myself to task. It has been the one area I think that if you're the Lakers, you're gonna be, after you watch this game again, your pick and roll defense has been deplorable.
Offensive foul. James Jones. Kobe Bryant, LeBron James jawing at each other as they go up the floor. And they're not saying Merry Christmas. Boy, look, James Jones, he is all season long. He's been stepping in and taking charges.
You see both guys talking, but I love the fact that you're James Jones. You're not just a shooter on this team. You also have a responsibility, and he does a great job helping and taking the hit.
Pau Gasol, the foul there. Jones, who last couple of years he's had some injury problems with a wrist. It's great to see him healthy again.
And he was close to signing with Boston.
Oh, with the money?
It always, well, I wouldn't say always, if Bosh shows and goes.
They wave it off, a whistle and a foul before the shot attempt. This one's starting to get a little physical as a frustrated Laker team down 19 with 4.5. James finding Dampier. And Eric Dampier makes it a 21-point lead. The Heat blowing out the Lakers. Remember, the Lakers Tuesday night, they lost by 19 at home to Milwaukee.
Hey, their pick and roll defense has been a joke right here in the second half. I mean, Miami's gotten whatever they wanted on nearly every pick and roll.
Pass inside Dampier off his head. That game against Milwaukee, Lakers only had 13 points in the fourth quarter. Bucks starting to play like many expected before the season. Gasol, foul, count it. That makes it 91-72, but only 3:41 remaining. NFC South rivals battle on ESPN's Monday Night Football. Drew Brees and the Saints take on Matt Ryan on the Falcons. They're looking to lock up the division title in home field throughout the playoffs. Saints-Falcons on ESPN's Monday Night Football at 8:30 Eastern. Coverage begins at 7 with Monday Night Countdown, served by Applebee's. All right, go ahead. Let's have your football analysis.
Matty Ice is at home. I'm taking Matty Ice. Come on. You know who that is, Matt Ryan, right? Falcons. Listen, I'm done talking about. I was strong on my Texans. I think they're going to finish strong, finish 7-9, but it's still been a disappointing year.
Well, team you picked to win it all.
Yeah.
You ought to be embarrassed.
LeBron James foul. LeBron James, by the way, a triple-double. He's got it. 25 points, 10 assists, and 10 rebounds as Bryant picks up the foul.
Look at those numbers. Drew Brees, 4,000 yards.
The question is, who's going to be the MVP? And you can't say enough about the year that Michael Vick has had.
Michael Vick.
Talking about coming back from adversity. Give him a lot of credit. Not only how he's played, but how he's conducted himself. Just an incredible story.
It's a great story, but that can't go into an MVP vote.
No. I'm just giving him props.
Yeah, you should give him props. He's been awesome. Except he's missed, what, 5 games, 3 games, something like that? Come on.
Would you do your homework?
It's something in that range.
For LeBron James, this is his 3rd triple-double of the season and 30th for his career. 31, excuse me. 27, 10, and 10.
How about that on Christmas? Turned into Ice Cube, messed around and got a triple-double.
Shannon Brown takes it hard to the glass. Wild shot, though. Bryant on the finish, draws the foul, puts it in. Regardless, he will battle down to the end as his team down by 18. For those active players, Jason Kidd.
And how about Grant Hill? 37 years old and is balling.
What did he scored? Didn't he have a 35 or 39-point game? Something.
Yeah,
like
right
that?
after the trade where they were down to 8 guys and they won at Oklahoma City, I believe. And this guy is playing great basketball. He plays with such a bounce.
The thing I love about it, here's a guy that could have quit, could have folded the tent, was financially secure, concerns about his health, but hung in there, fought his way back, and finishing his career strong.
Loves to play. Bosh just out hustling the Lakers down there. And Chris Bosh has had a superb game, most of it in the first half. 22 points, 12 rebounds, and some of the fans heading for the exits. Matt Barnes tries to throw it down. That won't go. And Dampier the rebound.
But I love it. Up 19, they're contesting shots at the rim versus acquiescing and just allowing the Lakers to score.
Versus what?
Acquiescing.
Odom with a foul. 95-76. It's all Heat in the second half. More basketball tonight on Christmas Day. On Christmas night, Russell Westbrook, what a young player he is. They'll host the Nuggets later on ESPN. With snow, with more spills, thrills, and lots of chills. Winter Wipeout premieres Thursday, January 6th on ABC. A little bit of a wipeout for the Lakers here tonight. They just have played poorly.
Right. Bryant, 17 points, 7 assists. But the defense by Miami has been the difference. Here, you're talking about a great two guard being guarded by another one. Tremendous individual defense by Wade, containing the ball and then contesting shots. And then when he does get by his initial defender, you've had great help the entire night. And I wish I had a translator to know what those two guys were saying to each other.
They have a very good relationship. Teammates on Team USA obviously have so much respect for each other, but that was not pleasant.
You know, that great bond can be divided by competition. If they meet in the finals, you know, you could be a... Jack, I didn't like you when we were going against the Pacers in those years. I have to say that.
I think you can go stronger than not like.
Detested?
Yeah, I think so.
You know, that airplane was real cute when I was coaching you and was real aggravating when I was watching it.
I hope you don't think that I liked you during those days.
No, or now.
Down to Brown, throws it out. As we come up on 2 minutes remaining, what has been a disappointing performance for the Lakers.
Look at how they're swarming.
Yep. And Wade again, for all the talk about the knee, his knee looked pretty good today. He played well, and he's still out on the floor, and they're up by 20 with under 2 to play.
Good pass by Bosh right there.
Just going to say, terrific defense, an unselfish ball movement, unselfish offense. We're talking about making a coach happy. Eric Spoelstra has to be thrilled with the kind of performance. As James will sit down with his triple-double. Wade's going to sit as well. They will win their 9th straight road game. Remember, this was a team that was 9-8. They were struggling, and but he's talking about, boy, what's wrong with the Heat? They are 14-1 since, and are now 23-9 on the season. All three played very, very well.
And if they go undefeated the rest of the way, Mike, my prediction can still hold true of them winning 73 games.
Would you let it go? Please.
Yeah, it's really time. It sounded a lot better in the summer when I said it, but I still think they're the team to beat, along with Boston and LA.
The crazy thing, I tried to talk you out of it because you worked on it on the phone with me, and I said, don't tell that to anybody else. And you still ran with it.
You know what? You've always tried to be big brother to me and save me from myself. But even sometimes, you know what? You can't be saved.
James Jones misses Bynum the rebound. Well, as Dwyane Wade said, right now they're building championship habits.
Hey, but when your best players like James and Wade and Bosh play as hard as they did today, everyone else will come along for the ride.
Bynum flips it in. Their commitment to defense has to be contagious throughout the roster.
And on the flip side, I've said in the past, just recently, I didn't think anybody in the West could beat the Lakers. If they play like this with no passion, no enthusiasm, and can't contain the pick and roll, they're headed for disaster. As good as they are, they're headed for disaster.
But it seems we say that about the Lakers every year. They have a stretch where you think, well, they're just not playing championship basketball, and somehow they've gotten it together and been to 3 straight finals.
Give them credit, but we still have to speak the facts, and right now the facts are they're not a dominant basketball team.
And the difference this year, the West is a little better this year, with the San Antonio Spurs and Dallas, 2 teams for real. So an excellent victory for the Miami Heat here on Christmas Day. They win again on the road, now 11-5 on the road. As the Lakers lose for the second straight time at home, what you could call a blowout loss. In the final seconds, Miami Heat defeat the Los Angeles Lakers 96-80. Wasn't really that close at all in the second half. Lakers at one point cut it to 8. But as soon as they made a little run, the Miami Heat turned up the defense once again. A frustrating night for Kobe Bryant and his Laker teammates as they fall to 21-9 on the season and 10-4 here at the Staples Center. Triple-double for that man. 27 points, 11 rebounds, 10 assists as they improve to 23-9. Dwyane Wade, 18 points. He's with Lisa.
Thank you, Mike. Dwyane, obviously the key tonight was, or this afternoon, was defense. What was really working for you guys on the defensive end?
Well, first of all, I think I got to give credit to our big guys. They did a great job of contesting Pau Gasol and Bynum and also Odom. And we didn't have to help much, or we didn't have to dig too much, and it enabled us to stay packed on the guards and just make it tough on them.
Describe the battle between you and Kobe. What was that like as the game progressed?
Well, Kobe is one of the best. He's a great competitor, and I'm a competitor as well. So I always accept the challenge. I always look forward to it, and I know he do as well. But just two guys trying to go at it, and as you see, him and LeBron had a couple of little competitive juices at the end as well. I went on the court, even though I know I can't tell you. No,
come on.
No, I don't know.
Now, it wasn't just a win, it was a decisive blowout win. What message did you send with it, if even a message to yourselves, to your team?
Well, I mean, for us, it's just trying to continue to get better. I mean, this is one of the best teams in the league. We're trying to continue to get better versus those teams, of course. And, the Miami Heat are 31 games into the season. So, we know it's going to take time. And today was a good defensive effort for us. That's what Miami Heat basketball is all about. We played that tonight.
All right, thank you. Congratulations and Merry Christmas.
Thank you. I got my Christmas gift.
Assume that's a victory. The 23rd of the season as the Heat impressively and easily in the fourth quarter defeat the Lakers 96-80. So for Mark Jackson, Jeff Van Gundy, Lisa Salters, and our entire terrific ABC crew, this is Mike Green saying so long from the Staples Center. Thanks for watching the NBA on ABC, home of the NBA Finals. And once again, Merry Christmas, everyone. After these messages, we'll join Stuart Scott back in the studio.